Jay Weinberg's hip surgery journey, why he's glad he did it. In a recent episode of the Make It Perfect podcast, Jay Weinberg, the former drummer of SLIPKNOT and current member of Suicidal Tendencies, shared his personal journey through a significant surgery that he underwent in November 2023. This outpatient procedure was aimed at repairing a torn labrum in his left hip and reshaping a problematic part of his femur. Interestingly, this operation came just 2 weeks after SLIPKNOT announced that he would no longer be part of the iconic band. Reflecting on his struggles, Jay recalled, "Back in the summer of 2018, I would go for a run and be hit with excruciating pain. It turned out that he had a misshapen femur that was causing issues with his hip. I had excess bone on one side, and I didn't realize it until the pain became unbearable and led to a torn labrum. I tried to protect it, thinking it wouldn't bother me while drumming, but running was a different story. I had also done kickboxing in my younger days, which probably didn't help either. So, after years of dealing with this, I finally decided to have the surgery in November 2023. When asked about his recovery, Jay shared, "The doctors told me to expect a healing time of 5 to 6 months. I spent about a month to a month and a half on the couch, all while diving into physical therapy. I started therapy the very next day after the surgery. It was definitely a new experience for me." Naturally, he had concerns about how the surgery might impact his drumming skills. "I think anyone would worry about that when you're making a decision like this. You know, there's no guarantee that everything will feel the same afterward. But now, Jay is feeling fantastic. I'm really glad I went through with it," he said with a smile. "I did a lot of research on my doctor and spent years planning for this surgery. It was a big step, but I'm so happy I did it." On November 5, 2023, SLIPKNOT made a public announcement via social media, stating they had made a creative decision to part ways with Jay. Just 6 days later, he took to Instagram to express his heartbreak, saying he felt blindsided by the news, which many fans learned about shortly after. Jay's last performance with SLIPKNOT was on November 3 at the Hell and Heaven Festival in Toluca, Mexico. His journey with SLIPKNOT began when he was just a preteen, introduced to the band by his father. By the time he was invited to audition as a replacement for the legendary Joey Jordison in 2013, he was already a huge fan. After the release of SLIPKNOT's 2014 album, Point 5, The Gray Chapter, the band kept the identities of their new drummer and bassist under wraps for a while. However, a disgruntled former drum tech revealed their names through a backstage call sheet on Instagram. The album went on to earn 3 Grammy nominations, including 2 for Best Metal Performance and 1 for Best Rock Album. Jay also contributed to the band's subsequent albums, including 2019's We Are Not Your Kind and 2022's The End, So Far, both of which topped Billboard's Rock Albums chart. In February 2024, SLIPKNOT announced that former Sepultura drummer Eloy Casagrande would be stepping in as Jay's replacement. Before joining SLIPKNOT, Jay had played with bands like Against Me and Madball. He made his debut with Suicidal Tendencies in March 2023 in Osaka, Japan. The current lineup of Suicidal Tendencies, alongside Jay and frontman Mike Muir, includes lead guitarist Dean Pleasance, rhythm guitarist Ben Weinman from the Dillinger Escape Plan, and bassist Ty Trujillo, who is the son of Metallica's bassist, Robert Trujillo. Jay's transition to Suicidal Tendencies came just 2 months after he was announced as the new drummer for Infectious Grooves, a band that has been rocking for over 3 decades, originally formed by Robert Trujillo and his Suicidal Tendencies bandmate, Mike Muir.